bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo, my main.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those drive footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw there is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. A handoff, Barkley running left. Muscles him off. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Giants have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5.
Now the first carry here for their running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd down and a yard.
Back to throw again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they can.
That one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Back to throw now on first down.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And the Giants are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
He'll drop to throw. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll look to throw here.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal from 28 yards out.
Gano's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Second down and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Second down, here's Hurts. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here is 3rd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On first down, Hurts.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blocks.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He's to the 15.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to extend their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Escapes the defender. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Motion left, Smith. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down and 1.
Now back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, nice move. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 13-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Throwing is Hurts.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now 1st and goal.
Back to throw.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
He's back to throw. And And this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue. That's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.